Hi, my name is Cherie and welcome to my journey. Yeah, I be mutilating these t-shirts. I just can't stand the way, men t-shirts, they just choke me around the neck. Like, really? Is that what y'all want to do? Stop it. Hold on. Okay, since we didn't do nothing to y'all, we're not accepting no blame for your negative feelings, right? Like I said, we don't validate idiots' feelings. Okay, we just do it. So today is Talk Trash Tuesday. Yes. And I know they're like, ain't no way she can talk trash because we ain't doing nothing. Yes, I can still talk trash. Yes, I can. Okay? So we are all stuck in the nightmare of the fact that we have been in, first of all, a recession. The recession happened about 2017, right? Right after, right after they lost money in 2012, but 2017 was when the recession happened, right? Then 2020, everybody, declared, bankruptcy without telling the people that, the globe was bankrupt. And I know people are like, how in the hell does the globe become bankrupt? Well, the globe becomes bankrupt only because they agreed upon currency and capitalization, right? So they swore up and down, they don't have to tell the people this. The people are stupid. Yeah, they stupid. Yeah, and they were right. The people are stupid. Thanks to them, forcing them to, force feeding them, propaganda. Yeah. So we've been going through the recession, and now we're actually in the depression. This is what a depression looks like. A depression looks like 25% inflation rate, right? You look through history, you find out that's what a depression looks like. 25% depression rate, not to mention joblessness that they can't even account for, right? Because believe me, I think it's like after 27 weeks where you don't apply for a job because you can't find one, they just make your status disappear, right? Your status drops off. So they drop that off, right? Because they already know, you gave up. As long as you gave up, they don't have to count you in. That's why I said never give up. Never give up, baby. Never give up. What are you going to give up to? Right? It's just, what are you going to give up to? So, yeah. You cannot give up and expect to live while we're in a depression, right? And I know you're like, well, what is going on? Why isn't everybody feeling the depression? It's like rain, right? My daughter was telling me, rain is not felt the same way all over the planet, right? It could be raining, pouring down rain on your block, but across the street, there ain't no rain. Like, yeah. All right. So, it's not felt everywhere at the same time and the same consistency. All right? But it is a depression. And the depression that happened with the big G7, right? The Grand Seven, the grand countries, the seven, right? So yeah. I am on my way to try to do an hour of cardio. Oh yeah. You know, I usually, whenever it starts to feel like it's getting real hot, that's when I'm like, yeah, it's time to get out. It's time to get out. Because it's hot outside. Which means it's even hotter inside. Yeah. A lot of people was wondering, would you ever get back with an ex? Like, no. Why would I get back with an ex that literally, sabotaged my whole life, right? Why? They derailed my mission and purpose. Why would you get back with an ex? Don't do that. Don't sit up here and think that, getting back with the ex is going to fix what they've derailed. Because they can never bring back the time that you lost. Period. Okay? Usually that person was probably somebody that, if you was to encounter them, they were supposed to bring you the most pain possible, to see if you could survive it, right? Because why? Because you're planning an exit out of this realm. You've been preparing for the exit out of this realm and to go into the next realm, and they don't want you to go. They don't want you to go. They want you to be stuck in this realm with them, right? Even if it's not this lifetime, they're like, hey, we're going to stop you from getting out of this realm and you'll be stuck here the next lifetime. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, don't do that. You're too good for that. Okay? What you need to do is to realize that if you're with somebody and they're telling you you don't have a plan, a purpose, a mission, those people want to drain you. They want to drain you. And sometimes, being drained can feel good. Okay, sometimes it can. But when it's all over and you're all drained, it doesn't feel good. Right? When you fast forward to the point where, you're drained and they're looking for another supply, it doesn't feel good. Because you don't know if you're going to survive. You don't know. So don't let them do it in the first place. Alright? Okay. So, there's a lot of people that they projected the cost of the loss that they were supposed to take onto other people. Yeah. Okay? So, a lot of people took the hit. A lot of people couldn't help but to take the hit. A lot of people believed the lie, right? What was the lie? Go along, get along, right? Only to find out that, maybe you didn't get in that wave of layoffs, but you got caught up in the preceding waves of layoffs, right? And now you're out here looking for a life preserver because, you're out there in the middle of the sea hoping that you don't get eaten up by sharks. You know, and you want a life preserver, at least a life preserver, okay? You would prefer a lifeboat coming out to save you, right? A lifeboat coming out to save you. Will there be a lifeboat coming out to save you? I doubt it, right? Just like they said 5-6 years ago. Ain't nobody coming to save you. Ain't nobody coming to save you, right? Why would they say ain't nobody coming to save you? Even though we pay our leaders and our government good money to come out and save us, right? What happened to them? Good question. So, God only knows what this damn post office truck doing here. Yeah. So that's what we've been suffering. We've been suffering, and the people who, couldn't get in front of the devastation, are definitely going to be wiped out. They're going to be wiped out eventually. Okay? So anyway, it's 91 degrees outside. Right? It's hot. Okay? Got my Rockstar in here with some ice. I have already taken a protein drink. I was too chicken to try to do the bean smoothie this morning. Hopefully sometime today I'll do the bean smoothie. I used the small Instapot that I got from my daughter, right, to do like a cup of black beans last night. And so they were cooling in the refrigerator overnight. But when I woke up today, I was like, ooh, do you really want to try something like that? Do you really want to try? Like, no, we prefer the coffee. But we probably will try for the fiber alone. Because the fiber and the carbs, beans, they do have a lot of carbs. But I suspect if you keep your carbs under like 100, you'll be all right. Be all right. So, yeah, I am sweating sitting here in this car. Whew. Yeah. Shit. Let me go on in here and work out. And I'll talk to you in just a minute.